Ed, firstly, congratulations on such a well-presented machine shop. It's very clean and tidy.
Yeah, it should be, because we spend a lot of time cleaning it and making sure that what we produce is also clean, tidy, nice work.
We'll come on to that in a second, but the machines themselves that you have here, Hurco machine tools, you've got 4 of them. Just give me a very quick overview of the models that you've got.
Yeah, we've got the VMX42i, which has got a 3 and a 2 with a 5-axis, TMM10i, lathe with live tooling, and we have a normal 3-axis mill and a normal lathe down the other end.
So it's a good spread of machines.
Yeah.
On the 5-axis, interestingly, you've got a 2-axis table, like you said, with a 3-axis machine. Why did you go for that model rather than a full 5-axis integrated machine tool?
It's so that we can put components on there with using a vise as well as the 5-axis, so we can basically machine a job from start to finish without having to go to another machine to do a second opping.
And what about the control side of this machine, or your programming the programming aspect?
Most of it can be done at the machine, unless you want to do some 3D, which could be done at a CAD, but a majority of it can be programmed on the machine with a DXF.
Because I know you're a big fan of the Hurco machines, obviously we see here.
Yep.
The control itself was a big factor in that, because you can integrate programs as well, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, you can take one program, cut and paste, you can do absolutely what you like with it.
What about the probing? That's another point to mention.
Yeah, tool probing gives you accuracy when you set up tools, and very quick to use.
Right, and let's have a look at this part that you've got here, Ed.
Yep. This part here, what we manufactured, first op was done in the vise, with the second op being on the 5-axis, so you could actually machine the whole job in the machine as one complete part.
Impressive. Now, what results did you get?
On the bores, basically the bore mic we use are digital. From the first one to the last one, the dial didn't even move. That's how accurate.
Okay, and a lot of that, well, that is the machine tool itself, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, on there you can set a tool up, make sure it cuts lovely, and it will just go and go and go.
And let's finish here on the turning side. You've got the mill drill machine. How does that help?
The mill drill machine, basically milling, turning, everything you want to do without having to worry about putting it onto a second mill to do any other milling on it.
You're obviously a very happy Hurco user, and I'm sure with the space you've got in this machine shop, one day there could be a few more too.
Yeah, they can be. We're having next door converted, so yes, we might have another few more.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you crack on, because I know we're going to see the machines in action, so thanks for your time, Ed.
Thank you very much.
This is your business, a real success story. How long have you been going, and what do you do?
We've been going for about 3 years here now as EP Precision Engineering. We mainly manufacture parts for Lotus marks from 1996 till current day.
And the business is a lot bigger than EP Engineering. I know we're specifically looking at this business today from a machining perspective, but as a whole, what does the company actually pride itself on?
We mainly pride ourselves on in manufacturing bespoke parts that don't exist. We have a design team here that manufacture parts that will make the car go faster, stop quicker, look nicer, that kind of thing.
And we've got some of those parts here. If we could pick maybe one or two of them up. Let's have a look at this one to start with.
Yeah.
What is it, and what do you make it on, and how long did it take?
Yeah, this took about an hour and a half of machining on the live tooling Hurco lathe that we've got. It's an integral part of our 7-speed sequential gearbox, which we designed from scratch about 5 years ago. It's the part that actually rotates the gear change mechanism so that it will go from first through to 7th.
There's a lot of machining in that.
There's a huge amount of machining in it.
And a lot of designing.
A lot of designing, a lot of machining, and a lot of very intricate accuracy required. Yeah.
Because of the nature of the parts, I'll come back to you on the accuracy in a minute. You need to try and get weight out of them as well. So have you kind of hollowed this out?
Yes, this is hollowed out, as you can see here. It's completely hollow. We put it through the stress analysis via our CAD, and we've made it a little bit belt and braces, but it's about half the weight that it would be if it was solid.
And what are you achieving accuracy-wise?
Down on this one here, we have to be under 1 thou in most areas on this particular one, especially in the guide railing system. And our Hurco machines are getting down to that quite easily.
Of course. And now let's pick up this next one here. I'd be interested to know more about what we're doing.
Yep. This is a product that I designed about 4 years ago. Again, we make this on our 5-axis Hurco. It's obviously separated into 2 parts. You can just about see the join there. But we used to get this manufactured by another company, and it was probably about 6 or 7 operations. On our Hurco, it's 3 operations each side, rather than 7 operations per side. Again, that keeps the accuracy pinpoint.
And this is on the VMX42, is it?
That's on the VMX42 we do this, yeah.
You're machining aluminium there, so how fast are you machining? What sort of speeds?
Although it can go up to about 12,000, we probably keep it around about 10,000 RPM mostly.
And this is why this machine shop's here, isn't it, Geary? Because previously you were subcontracting a lot of this work out. You wanted more control, so you basically put EP Precision out there on the map, didn't you?
Absolutely, yeah. We used to have about 5 different companies manufacturing our parts for us. They're all good companies, but I did find issues sometimes with quality control, whereas it's so much better having the quality control 10 yards away rather than 10, 15 miles away.
We've talked to Ed on a technical level about the machines and what he likes about them. Yeah. What would you say about Hurco, Geary?
I think for me, as not being an engineer previously, the reliability has been absolutely superb. The ease of my guys coming in and using them, but I would say that the forte that, as far as I'm personally concerned, is the after service that we've actually had from Hurco on the machines. Any issues we have had, they've sorted within 24 hours, but we've had very few issues.
A real success story. Thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely, absolutely.